yourself and obey my commands, okay? Let's do it.
Will the magical life of Manny Pacquiao over the course of the past couple of years continue? Pacquiao's left hand was blocked by Clottey's gloves. Punches so far. Pacquiao is seeing most of his stuff blocked, but gets a little left hand in there.
Trying to just get close and eventually start shooting a little pecky right hand lead through the center. It's what he's got to do.
Clottey went into his
first few minutes have enormous significance. Clottey came out looking like he wants to see what this force of nature is all about.
Well, Clottey's so much bigger and stronger.
Yeah, and the best thing that Manny can do is try to catch Clottey when he punches. That's when he's most vulnerable.
When he's throwing about one punch for every 3 or 4 that Pacquiao releases, or so it appears.
It may not, but as going down the stretch, the fight's going to be a very tight fight, I think. And right now, the fight is going more to Clottey's planning, I think, than...
He's preparing to win a decision because, unless I'm totally out to lunch here, and barring a big change, he'll exit this round up 2 rounds to nothing on the scorecards. Throw at the belt line. There's a combination for Pacquiao, and he manages to rip a left through the guard. Clottey pretends to wobble.
Usually a sign that a fighter's actually hurt. It doesn't look like Clottey was hurt there.
No, Clottey's not hurt. I think really he's getting very comfortable in this fight right now.
Clottey tried the first couple of uppercuts a moment ago. That's what he hopes will be a big weapon. Brilliant right hook of his. That's been a very damaging punch.
Manny's throwing them, but the really effective over short point-to-point punches are more effective from Clottey than from Manny at this stage.
Losing this round by a wide margin.
Agreed. And Pacquiao is starting to get some leather around Clottey's guard. Is to stop Pacquiao from throwing so many punches. And he thought maybe he could.
No, he can't stop him from doing that. But I don't get a certain point, you start getting a little frustrated still when you're throwing punches, and really for clean punches yourself, you're not landing anything. To me, still, the effective punches are from Clottey.
Though not as a percentage of the punches that Pacquiao's throwing. Clottey's making every punch count, but he, as Jim, you say, he needs to throw more often.
I see different. I see Clottey landing the straight punches, the clean punches.
Perhaps, Emmanuel, but he threw 27 and landed 5 in the last round, and Manny threw 96.
I said Manny's winning the fight, but I'm saying the clean, effective punches are still, to me, coming from Clottey.
There are
not enough of them.
Yeah,
it's not enough.
And they're cleaner punches, but even when Clottey's blocking some of these Pacquiao shots, looks like Pacquiao's also felt Clottey's power more in this 3rd round.
Definitely. His head was snapped up by an uppercut. Hard right hand by Clottey. Best punch of the fight.
I'd get frustrated.
That you pointed out, Emmanuel, has to land hard enough to hurt Pacquiao, I think. At some point in the fight, he has to throw it with real conviction.
I agree.
You know, Jim, he's so smart, it's amazing. You know, hands held high, elbows in tight. What do? Stepping around the guy and whacking him in the ribs and piling up points. Forget the fact that he's breaking him down to the body.
More than we've seen him hit cleanly to the head in the Diaz, De La Hoya, Hatton, and Cotto fights combined, I think. And Cotto had some success early.
Yes, he did. Most people gave Cotto a couple of rounds. The 1st and the 5th. I'm not sure what Rafael was stopping them for a second there.
Pacquiao looked like threw a right and left hand at the same time, like clapped Clottey.
Harold, what was Rafael dealing with there?
Jim, you can't hit the guy with 2 hands. Manny Pacquiao threw 2 hands at once.
Here we go. Clottey backed into a corner and for a moment was inert as Manny banged away. I'm not sure what's happening to Joshua Clottey and why he's not throwing Emmanuel. There he goes.
Both guys are fighting the fight that they play to a great degree. It's what's going to be interesting to see who wins out in the end. Because Pacquiao said he's going to be punching, moving in and out, side to side, giving him angles. So it's going to be interesting to see how this fight finishes up.
Those are 2 hard body shots for Clottey.
Was out in recent years by hitting them with punches they didn't see coming from awkward angles. And Clottey, because he's paying so much attention to his defense, is not getting hit with those punches.
Here we see I guess the referee called infraction rule when he like clapped his head between both heads. Something I've never saw did before.
He wanted a trainer who worked with him earlier in his career in Ghana, Cotto, to come here and handle him for this fight. And that left Clottey having to fight.
Trailer before, so I think Lenny DeJesus would do very well. Now this is when Manny has a good chance to try to hurt Clottey when he starts punching. And that's when Manny has to try to catch him, when he's punching himself. If he punches himself, he may get caught, so that's his safety factor.
There have been 3 star fighters from Ghana.
But going down the stretch in those close fights, Clottey never did stretch out.
Normally, it's enough to win, except when he stepped up against the best guy.
But he knew he was fighting Manny Pacquiao.
We're asking a lot of him.
Well, if this is the verdict and we're going to watch 12 rounds of this, he's been in charge of the ring. Lands that combination, but now here comes Manny.
I think he would do more if he would throw more punches than Clottey, but it's somewhere along the line. I know Manny is a machine, but I don't know if he's going to get tired physically or mentally.
You mentioned Clottey doesn't open up because that's when Manny Pacquiao catches opponents in combinations, in exchanges.
Well,
the best way to stay on your feet is not to open up against Pacquiao.
It's another onslaught by Pacquiao. So if he gets tired, that's an event. The round, Pacquiao is going to throw close to 100 punches, 94, and Clottey threw 35.
Momentary success. But if you open up against Pacquiao in the first place, and now he's facing a guy who can punch and who's throwing 100 punches around and stepping around him and boxing him beautifully, you move your hands at your own peril.
Well, you can't win unless you're going to take a risk.
Well, champions are made on the inside. I've always said that. It's made from the way they think and the heart. It's not so much all the time the skills. He doesn't want to take the risks. He doesn't think like a champion.
Duarte was right there with De La Hoya for 12 rounds. Yeah. Oscar took risks in the 12th round and knocked him down.
And everything you're saying, guys, is right. But
good. Clottey has thrown in any round in this fight against a guy who's bigger and stronger.
That's my point, Jim, is I see this as
in tonight's fight, Pacquiao begins a political campaign. He enters the legislature as a representative in July. Or even to his popularity as a Filipino icon. They don't love politicians. Oh, low blow. Body shot, bang, 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 bang. Try and stop it, bang, bang. This is the Manny Pacquiao who has dominated boxing for the past 3 years. Bang, 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 bang.
And when Pacquiao,
you want to throw back? Bang.
Clottey has to do something to keep him off.
No. He isn't.
Because the win is already out of reach if he doesn't. It's going to have to be a knockout for him to win.
Given himself any chance in the fight.
In his regular fight to me.
Yeah, early on.
His regular fight.
There you go. Like that. And that. What an amazing combination puncher this man is. What a fabulous offensive fighting machine.
Yes, and Clottey has never been in this type of a challenge. And
Manny Pacquiao based on all those clean punches. I mean, and like you said, good Manny Pacquiao defense. See that? He blocked those shots. I mean, he's just winning these rounds. 9-0 Pacquiao.
winds up in the Pacquiao corner with training Lenny De Jesus. Max, take it away.
Why do you think that is?
I think he's feeling Manny Pacquiao's power, and he doesn't want to take the chance.
Thanks, Lenny.
I think exactly the same way. I think he felt that power from Manny, and then he took his heart. He don't want to take a risk. Try to win the title from a champion, you take it from him. You come in with that attitude, I'm gonna take it. This is mine. Give it to me.
You cannot be a great offensive fighter without taking risks. Manny Pacquiao is never afraid to take risks.
Right. And that's why he's a champ. You know, and to me, such a drastic change after being with a fighter like Tommy Hearns. Go out and fight. I mean, it's really frustrating like that.
2:12, 2:10, time running down. Lenny De Jesus asked Clottey to take a chance.
Who are we expecting to show up tonight? He tried to kind of take a chance in his way early in the round. Back to who he is.
See what Manny's doing.
What
He
a
gets hit
display
with
of body
something back,
punching.
and he comes right back. If you hit me, I'm going to come back with 5 more punches. That's what
the
a champion
competitor
does.
in his
Right. And Clottey, it doesn't have that in him. That's the difference.
Oh, what a display. 3 straight left-hand uppercuts. Pacquiao comes back with the right hook, as you knew he would.
See that?
Good one, too, by Pacquiao.
Take this part of this round right back. He's not going to let
Absolutely
him
right.
out. That's it.
He'll let Clottey have a couple of punches here and there, but then he rallies.
Elite champion, pound
Hard
for pound
left hook
kind
by
of fighter.
It wouldn't have made any difference.
We do know that Clottey is a top welterweight.
And he doesn't hit him with that many clean punches, but he's just outworking him. He's doing just what he has to do. Well,
In Mosley's mind, he's probably thinking, I'll trade with him. Let's see if he's as hard a puncher as I am.
well, that is the fight, even though it doesn't have the marquee value. That is the fight that
Contested than Mosley and Pacquiao. If Mayweather takes care of business against Mosley.
Down the stretch they come. It looks as though Manny Pacquiao's spectacular winning streak continues as he hammers Joshua Clottey to the finish.
All 3 to the winner by unanimous decision. The fighting pride of the Philippines, and still WBO welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.